So then, what are these two bits of kit that I think are pretty well essential in the modern day world to help keep us fit, healthy and active? Well, let me explain. The first thing that I use every single day is a sports activity tracking smartwatch. Currently the Garmin Fenix 8, the 47mm size with the AMOLED display, is my sports activity tracking smartwatch of choice. I don't know if you can hear all this noise that's going on. I'm down here on the beach. It's just started to rain as well. So anyway, we're gonna walk this way. Try and keep away from, or move further away from the noise. And talking of walking, at the very least, if you are trying to improve your general health and fitness, literally just move a bit more than you currently do. Put your shoes on and go for a walk. If all you have time for, and I say this to clients a lot, they say, Tim, I don't have time. You do have time. I promise you can find it. Just do what you can. So if all you have time for is 5 minutes to go to the end of the road and back, or around the block, then do that, because it's 5 minutes more than you would be doing. And before you know it, that 5 minutes is going to start to increase, and we're going to be working towards 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. And here's the thing, you don't have to do it all in one go either. You could split that half an hour up into 6 5-minute blocks of time, or 3 10-minute blocks of time, or 2, whatever. You could break it up through your day, but just move a bit more, increase that step count, and you'll be taking those first, pun intended, steps towards improving health and fitness. It's simple. So then, how am I using my watch to keep me on track, keep me accountable? Well, I use it to track every activity I do, which maybe sounds a little bit excessive, but I just like to know that I'm doing that. And I also use it as a means to make sure that my daily step count is, or my average daily step count is, kind of where it should be. And that can fluctuate a little bit. I have it set so that it gives me an auto target, but that auto target will adjust up or down based on how I am doing. But let me give you a little rule of thumb here for daily step count. You don't need to worry about doing 10,000 steps per day. And that's an arbitrary number. It's a number we can use to help encourage get up off the sofa, definitely. But it's not the magic number. Here's the best thing to do. Work out what your current 7-day average step count is. And it doesn't matter what that number is. Let's say it's 5,000 steps. That's your 7-day average. Your new target is now 7,000 steps. Add 2,000 steps onto your current daily average, and that is your new average target. And the reason why we use averages is because we live in the real world, real life. Real life gets in the way sometimes, which means some days you'll do less, some days you'll do more. But if we're aiming for that average of 2,000 steps more per day than you're doing now, you're moving that needle in the right direction. And that's exactly how I use my watch for my step count. The second way I use it is to track workouts. Simple as that. Cardio workouts, weightlifting workouts, running workouts, cycling workouts. I use it to track them so I can see how I'm doing, see how my performance is based off of what I'm trying to do. Let me give you a real life example here. I'm currently following, because we're out here in Florida and it's nice and warm, even though today I'm wearing a hoodie. It's a little bit windy and it's cloudy. It's still early in the season though, give it a break, right? It's much better than being back in the United Kingdom of Englandshire where it's very cold. I want to do some running events this year. Now, I've never trained for running. I've always gone for a run because I enjoy running. I've never followed a plan. Weightlifting I've trained, bodybuilding I've trained, Olympic lifting I've trained, CrossFit I've trained, programs I've followed and written myself, all that kind of stuff. I'm looking over here because there's I don't know what's going on, but it looks like a bit of a seagull running around. So training programs for that sort of thing I've followed. I've been successful with them as well, but running, never done it. Cycling I have. I've trained for cycling, but running, no. Always just gone for a run and hoped for the best. But because of my everyday training, I've never really struggled with that running. I've just been able to do it 5Ks, 10Ks, longer distances, half marathon style distances, adventure racing, that kind of stuff. It's all been fine, but I thought because we're out here in the warm, let's give this a go. So I am currently following the inbuilt running training program on my Garmin. As you'll see in a minute, let's cut to me doing some actual running. Situations like this, where I'm currently following an interval style training session where I need to know paces, times and distances. Heart rates are useful, but not essential for this. But having all that info on my wrist makes it simpler to follow. Not easy, but simple to follow. Okay. Oh, sorry for heavy breathing. That's interval 1 done. And I've still got Garmin Siri, talking to me in my ear, telling me I'm going a little bit quick. And this is a recovery space. It's hard. Listen, man, you runners out there, help me out with this. Why is running slow, intentionally very slow, harder than it feels like it should be? That's one thing that's always I've never been able to figure that one out. Right, I've got to stop talking. Round number 2 coming up. I'll check in a minute. Oh, big squad of cyclists. More people out training. No one's watching. All right, interval 2 in 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh man, I don't like this. Threshold training is absolutely not fun. Can I go home now? Please. 2 to go. 2 things I didn't factor in. Running back. Oh man, headwind. And there's obstacles. This morning is bin day in Fort Myers Beach. They've been round, but people still haven't put their bins away, and I'm having to negotiate them. Fortunately, popping onto the road on foot, well, I feel a bit safer than doing them at home. Right, can't breathe. See you in a bit. All right, she's shouting at me because I'm going way slower than she wants me to. I'm having to walk. I've got 1 more to go. Seeing as this is supposed to be recovery, I know I've missed the point, but my lungs, due to lack of training over the last 2 months, are not ready for the level that I'm asking them to do. But that's cool, that's why we're here, right? Training, get better, work towards things. Next time I do this, I did 3 sessions, I know I've got 1 left, so target next time, complete all 4. 30 seconds, final round coming up. I'll see you in a minute. Oh, I am glad that's out of the way. I didn't like that at all. I'll debrief in a minute. I'll put the full session up on the screen for you as well, so you can just see what I was doing. Let me just caveat with the whole thing that I'm not a runner. I'm just someone who enjoys going for a run, and I've never trained. Like I said beforehand at the beginning of this video, I've never actually trained running. I just go for a run and hope for the best. So what's been going on with the Garmin then? Well, it's been doing 3 things for me. I've had AirPods in, listening to music, and Siri's been talking to me all the way through, keeping me accountable to the workout. So how's that been working? Very simply, she's been telling me what my current set is. So by that I mean the pace I should be aiming for and the duration I need to hold that pace for, whether it's a recovery pace or high intensity threshold pace, whatever it is. She's been telling me where I am right now. The second thing she's been doing is telling me what I've got coming next. So what the next set is, duration and average pace that I need to aim for. And the third thing she's been doing is telling me if I'm either A, too slow, B, too fast, or C, if I'm within range. So as much as I can quickly glance at my wrist to see where I'm at. I don't actually need to because it's coming through my AirPods, which is really good because I can just concentrate on hanging on, because I have to concentrate on hanging on. I have to keep talking to myself. So I don't actually need to look at my wrist. I can just concentrate what I'm doing, where I am, make sure I don't trip over bins and obstacles, and obviously avoiding other road users as well. So a really good little tool to have. Keeps me accountable. Right, I'm going back to refuel. So yes, that's me following the running plan. If it's the inbuilt one in the watch, I'm just doing what it's telling me to do. I took a rest day when it said take a rest day. Today was threshold training, which is not very nice, but you know, it is what it is. We do it to get better. So that's what I'm currently using my watch for, to help me stay fit, healthy and active and do some proper training. So the second piece of kit that I use in my normal everyday to help keep me fit, healthy and active is mobile phone. Simple as that. Mobile phone. I can see all the information recorded from my watch in the Garmin Connect app, and I can track my progress. I can see the execution score of the training that it wants me to do. I'll put this up on the screen now for you, but as you can see, my execution of today's session, I only managed about 70% or 70% accuracy, but I struggled to run slowly, and that's kind of where it all fell off, because my recovery paces were a lot faster than it wanted me to do. And as you heard me just ask, please, runners, how do you run slowly? I know that sounds a bit of an odd thing to say. Like, I can run at a slower pace, but running at a much slower pace, that's really hard. I just find myself creeping up. So just you triathletes and distance runners, how do you do that? I need to know, because I want to get better at this. So there we go, the two main bits of kit that I use to help me stay fit, healthy and reasonably fit, healthy and active are my sports activity tracking smartwatch and my mobile phone. Now, it doesn't have to be a Garmin, it doesn't have to be an iPhone, it can be any combination of any smartwatch and any phone, as long as they will talk to each other and you can see the information going backwards and forwards. Talking of keeping ourselves accountable, fit, healthy and active, if you click the link below, there's a 7-day free trial just for you on one of my training programs that I write. You can follow it from anywhere in the world. You don't need super fancy gym memberships, just some basic equipment. The list is click that link and you'll see the list of types of things that you'll need. And the program will meet you at your current level and then help to bring things up from there. And by clicking that link, you're going to be helping support me so that I can make more of these. And if you've got any questions about fitness tech, how best to use it, training programs, or if there's anything you'd like to see or know using apps and all that kind of stuff to help you, then let me know in the comments below. All right, as ever, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully when the sun's out. Fingers crossed.